let's make lunch while we talk about this new moon in Pisces. So the primordial sea tonight will be meeting, I guess this evening at 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll be meeting in our whispering well in Discord. That's loud. And tonight we're going to be visualizing a lot of what we want to see in our future. And for me, I've been thinking about that a lot the last few days. We kind of were asked to do some pre-work if we had time, and I've been thinking about, like, what does government look like for me? What does a better life look like for me? And so I'm gonna go through a few of those things. For me, a better government would be a different structure in how we show up. It's not so much based in hierarchy, but rather that we actually have people who are representing us at these local levels who make decisions overall. I think that, quite frankly, the US is too big to just have one person at the very top and two representatives from a state, we're talking about the Senate, to really be making decisions. It's very obvious. I think this election cycle has made it even more obvious how unbalanced this is. So what if we had like a panel of people, a panel of representatives that got together? What if it was more equitable, less hierarchical, but more collaborative? I'm thinking about, like, what do I want my personal, like, day-to-day life? Like, what does that look like for me? Well, first and foremost, I'd like to be able to go to the grocery store and not have to be hyper vigilant to not buy foods that are going to harm me and my family. Like, I just feel like it should be a standard that there should be no harmful chemicals that are going to hurt you and keep you sick and in the medical system in our food to begin with. I would like to be able to grow some of my food, because at this point in time, it's kind of the only way that we're able to obtain that, right? I would like to live more in community. Being a parent is hard. It's really hard. And when you don't have help all the time, it's even harder. And for a lot of us, we don't have parents or family that we can rely on to be there for us and support. And so living in more of a community environment where there is support there would be ideal for me. I don't want to make this video 2 hours long. Well, I can't. TikTok limits me at 10 minutes anyways. But you know, those are just a few examples of things that I would like to see. Obviously, like, there's things like, I guess I shouldn't say obviously given our situation, but if you are part of the primordial sea, you know what we stand for. I'd like to see an equitable world, one where everyone is treated equally, one where there's universal income, that people don't have to worry about where their basic necessities come from, where there's universal health care, and we don't have to worry about calling the ambulance when we need it because the ambulance bill is going to be astronomical. These types of things should not exist. The US is a corporation, not a country. And if you're telling yourself anything different, I hate to break it to you, but you were kind of fooling yourself at this point, because, I mean, we've been sold to the highest bidder, and the Democrats did nothing on their way out the door, seemingly, to stop this, and continue just to tell us that their hands are tied in policy, because at the end of the day, while they might have different views and want different policies, they still play into the game, and they still want the charade of the system to be there, because that's how they keep a job. So anyways, that's it for now. Curious, what are you thinking about for today's new moon? What kind of society would you want to see in this world? And how does it tie into mine? Are we aligned at all?